Hello, folks. Praise God. How's it going? It's been quite a long time. Yes, this is All Truth Speaking. And I just want to say the political climate in America right now is in total turmoil. And I mean, you have President Trump on one side and former Vice President Joe Biden on the other. Now, this is about Joe Biden's comment. Joe Biden says that I know everybody know by now. African American voters who aren't sure whom to vote for. In other words, Joe Biden or President Trump ain't black. In other words, I'm not black. I'm not African American. I'm not Negro. Because Joe Biden says if I don't vote for him, that's what he's saying in essence. I'm not African American. This is why I'm saying I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. I want you to pay close attention. It is of the utmost importance that this November everybody get out and vote. And African Americans, I know you're hearing and it's pushed at you that your vote doesn't count. If your vote didn't count, you wouldn't see that or hear that on all the social media outlets. But this is about the Democratic Party and the Negro. You know, up until the Republican Party, which was the party of Lincoln. And remember, President Lincoln freed the slaves. We all know the Emancipation Proclamation, 1863, and all this, so on and so forth. I'm not going back that far. This is going to be a short video. But I just want to stress the importance of everybody getting out and voting. I have never seen so many racist, racial hate groups growing on the left and the right in all my life. I have never seen an atmosphere where everybody is hating everybody. Do you understand that? Our enemies are growing. Now, I'm just not here to get on the Republican Party. But what I'm saying is the Democratic Party take African American votes for granted. Do you understand what I mean? Since the 1960s, when the African American community virtually switched parties because of the platform that called the freedom of African Americans, the Republicans actually they had a party shift. If you know what I mean? But we get back to that later. And what we have now, the man who said that black people ain't African American, look at what this man did. Look what he called this. I'm going to tell you something. Now, look, Joe Biden not only signed but helped write the 1994 crime bill that literally caused mass incarceration of African Americans. And it was signed by President Bill Clinton, which caused more black, African American, and brown people to be locked up than any other president in darn near 100 years. I can go back to the 1920s, just 50 to 60 years out of slavery, and we've had some of the most prosperous and intelligent African American communities in America up until this point. Look at Rosewood, destroyed. And matter of fact, look at Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma, in the 1920s, which was totally destroyed. Doctors, lawyers, the money stayed in the community. Schools. Do you know how many times the money, African American money, circulated in that community? It was unmatched even until this day. Do you understand that? I can't stress that enough. And look at the time period. But now the Democrats have done more harm. We have voted for these people, this party, consistently over a 55-year period, and our neighborhoods from one side of the country to all the way to California look like battlegrounds. It is a disgrace. And for which Joe Biden has since apologized for. I understand. He's been getting slammed by everybody from the NAACP, President Trump. I mean, look at us now. It really bothers me, and it bothers a lot of us, that this man who caused more damage to the African American community, or should I say this party, far more than you know how much damage the crime bill that he helped write in 1994 is still in effect till this day. Mass incarceration of African Americans. Now, me, I went to school, even to college with African Americans that have been locked up for nothing, but I don't have the right to call their name or tell what happened or tell their story. But I can't stress enough, it's of the utmost importance that you vote, but take your time, do research into these candidates that you want to vote for. Don't just hop up and vote because somebody's telling you. You have some of the most racist and deranged ideologies I've ever heard of. Look at America right now. That's why I say I'm not a Democrat or I'm not a Republican. But I'm glad that Joe Biden has since apologized. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Most politicians are as full of crap as a constipated elephant. Yes, Democrat or Republican. You'd be surprised how many of them are lobbyists. They're not for the regular, ordinary, everyday American. They're fighting to pass laws because big business and special interest groups who pay them, they're pushing the laws that these people are paying them to pass. It, it's not going to benefit you or me at all. Do you understand how important this is? Look at Moscow Mitch. Look at this. Look at this. Look at Lindsey Graham. These people have to vote these people the hell out of these offices. Do you understand? Let's go to New York, Connecticut, Georgia, California. Look at these people. Look, it's rather troubling, I'll admit. But we are in trouble. Just look at the response to COVID-19. You know, what we need is God and ask God to guide us in our everyday life and who to vote for because we are in terrible trouble. The economy is almost in shambles. Do you think they're actually going to pass another stimulus bill? Well, I hope so because there are people that actually need it. Everyday, ordinary, hardworking people. Or people who are sick and shut in. But I just want to say this to all African American and people of color. The Democrats do not have your best interest in hand. Now we've reached a point where, what I've been told, we're going to vote for the lesser of two evils. Who are you going to vote for? Until next time, God bless you.